Good morning, everyone. My favorite time of the year has begun, which is November to March here in the temperate climate of Melbourne. And it's so nice to wake up to warm weather, humidity, a nice drop of rain. We just had 20 millimeters overnight. And wow, just got out of bed. And we're going to go quickly looking around to see how everything's doing. Look at that. Rain, 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 rain. And Melbourne's rain is sort of upside down. It rains when you don't want the rain, and it doesn't rain when you need the rain. So that's the main difference with temperate and tropical. Yeah, it literally stopped raining about 10 minutes ago. Hope it doesn't rain again whilst I go out. This is the fig tree, one of two, and some banana cuttings I have, and another fig tree here. Look at that, beautiful. Look at the green. What a difference to winter and early spring when things are still yellow. Now it's all green. In other words, the tropical lushness has returned, and it stays with us till April. Yep. So it's beautiful. Love it. This is the black sapote I planted about a month ago, or almost 2 months ago now. The prickly pear, which I put in a couple of months ago. Check out the callistemon in full bloom. Beautiful. Let's see how the cuttings in the greenhouse are doing. Well, they weren't affected by the rain at all, but always nice to look. There you go, tamarillos. Tamarillo cuttings I got back in winter from that fallen branch. Look how well they're coming along. They would have actually appreciated some of this rain, because I've been hand watering these for 2 months now. And here's a different angle from the greenhouse facing the garden, the bottom of the garden. Just taking you guys on a quick walkie. Here's the pineapple guava, which is shot off, flowering. This will get full of flowers sometime in November. It's already started. And where shall we go? Let's go this way, under the tangelo. Everything's wet, soaking wet, dripping wet. We've got a good drop of rain. There's the pawpaw, the Native American pawpaw. First year in the ground. Some bananas, some more bananas. My neighbor's loquat tree has sprung forward. Some figs, my loquats. Look at that up there. What a sight, huh? To wake up to. Everything's dripping wet. Dripping wet. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm stepping on snails accidentally because I'm looking straight ahead instead of looking down. This is the macadamia, still flowering. Look at that. Beautiful. Banana blossom flowering. Yeah, it's literally a jungle, guys. Literally a jungle. Look at these beautiful colors on these plants here. Bird of paradise, the macadamia, the winter orange tree, the Valencia, and the lime flowering now, the grapefruit tree. And if you look over, you've got sugar cane. Let's walk around again this way with a loquat there. Cherry. Yep, cherries and loquats side by side. Another fig. Got a lot of figs now. Another cherry. There's a grapefruit again. Another native pawpaw. Two of them. The Pinkerton avocado dropping its leaves. Up there you got the cherry moya dropping its leaves still. It's been dropping its leaves for 2 months. Very slow dropper of leaves. The ice cream bean up there. Looks like it's going to rain again. I better move it. Plum trees here. Tangelo. This was loaded back in August. Remember this one had like 300 tangelos. All gone. Coming back towards the house. And the fig and the banana circle up there. And the Wurtz avocado. The Wurtz. These are 2 trees side by side. The oldest avocado I have at 15 years of age. This is the main navel orange tree, which is going to give us a lot of oranges to eat over summer. Subel, white sapote. It's raining. Might have to finish this later. There's the longan, which I got from Cannes a couple of weeks ago. Looking happy. A passion fruit that's waiting to go in the ground. Just in a small pot. The carambola star fruit waking up. It's been waking up for a couple of weeks now. Really slow waker. It loves rain. Rain, rain, rain. Everyone loves rain. Especially when it's hot. We had a heat wave the last 5 days. We were in the 30s or the low 90s. And there's a cherry moya again with a ice cream bean behind it. Still got some ice cream beans on there, but I think they're all dried out now. They're all dried out. That's more of a winter season ice cream bean. Pomelo. Okay. A mango I planted a couple of months ago. Looks like it's finally coming to life. Mangoes are the hardest things to grow here, outdoors, in ground. In ground. Oh man. It's a real challenge to do mangoes here. Unlike avocados. Look at the avocado. It's dropped all its leaves and now they're being replaced with brand new leaves. Look at that. That's where the leaves went. They went down to the ground and are being replaced everywhere. Everywhere. New leaves. And then the fruit will come at the end of November. So about 3-4 weeks from now, this will be covered in fruit. Hopefully. So you got plums, cherries, lime, grapefruit, orange tree, sugar, fuerte, avocado, which I planted a year and a bit ago. It's towering. My new Relinia, which I got yesterday from Dailies. There it is. I have it right there in a pot. And the Barbados cherry in a pot, protected underneath this cherry moya, which is getting new growth. The Monstera Deliciosa, Babaco, the Relinia I got a month ago from Cannes. It's in the ground, so I've got 2 Relinias now. What do you call it? The Davidson's plum with new growth. Look at that. Another mango. I have to come back and finish this video. It's raining. Okay, 3 hours have passed. I've had lunch and the rain has eased back a bit, so I can continue, but I've got to be quick. It's going to rain for 12 hours today. This is the Valencia Pride, guys, which is doing really nice here in the ground. It's finally woken up really nicely, and as I was showing the Berlinia that I put in the ground a couple of weeks ago, and the Fuerte avocado looks like it's just gone crazy. There's the Fino de Hete cherry moya there, dropping its leaves and getting new shoots. That's the persimmon there. The gyro, semi-dwarf persimmon. Still raining, but very lightly. Okay, we go over here. We've got the Kensington Pride, which I put in the ground at the middle of summer last year. Look at that. It's finally waking up. New shoots everywhere. Finally. I got good hopes for this one. For this grafted Kensington Pride. And there's another cherry moya back there. A slightly smaller one. So yeah, we've got all the guavas there in pots. The new guavas. And the Davidson's plum. Look at that, for new growth. In ground. After 2 years in a pot. Not a good idea to have these in pots. They just remain small. So guys, it's looking pretty tropical. Finally. Pretty tropical. Best time of the year. Ice cream bean. Grapevine has gone absolutely nuts in the last week. It's a black and a green coming together. And here's another fig. These are 2 new fig trees I got in the last year, which I have in big pots. And we'll see what these guys do. I'm not sure about the variety of this one. I keep losing the labels and tags. Not very good with organizing labels. But anyway, here we have the red Malaysian. Let's have a look. I believe, yeah, Malaysian red. Coming on here with new growth, and behind it is the, again, they all look the same, Mexican cream. New growth. That's the China pear. New growth in pot. And this is the peanut butter tree. New growth. Just coming back. Dropped all its leaves. And here I've got the Lee variety of jujube. And here a purple guava. I can't use the screen now because it's wet. Okay, hopefully it won't get much more wet. So they're the young ones in the pots. And that's the persimmon I showed you from behind before. The gyro variety. Sugarcane, ice cream bean. Too bad I can't zoom now because the screen is sort of locked from the wet. That's the pink guava, the Hawaiian Supreme. And this is my other star fruit tree, carambola, waking up too, wakey wakey. Last one to wake up. And it's got a lot of new growth coming. Wakey wakey. These look beautiful when they come back in summer. Right now it's still bare. So we've got the apricot up there, Moore Park. Another orange tree, navel orange, the Afurer Mandarin, pretty much drooping from all the rain we've had. Ken's dragon fruit, which is still waiting for me to do something with it. That's the one he gave me a few weeks ago. Self-pollinating, unlike the one I've had here for 5 years, which has only ever flowered but never fruited. And there's a jabuticaba. Bad news on the jabuticaba. It dropped all its flowers that I got last month. So I will have to wait for it to flower again. That's what happens. I don't know why. I don't know why the flowers were aborted. Well, that's alright. You can't control nature. And there's the lychee I got a couple of weeks ago. That's happy in the ground. Lychee, lychee, lychee. Okay, let's get the focus working. Okay, that's good. There you go. Don't know if this will flower this summer, but there's good signs. We have good signs. Good signs. And the lamb has avocado. Everything looks so green, it's hard to tell the difference of what I'm showing you guys. And over there we have the Hass. There's the Hass avocado. Huge, majestic. Also flowering. So we've got a couple of apple trees there. Clothesline. Jabuticaba. Native Australian tamarind tree. Look at that. Up we go. It's getting there. It's getting there, guys. And that's the Fuyu persimmon, overloaded this year. I don't know if it's going to be able to support all these fruits. Hundreds of persimmons. Literally hundreds. It did this a couple of years ago, and I had to support the tree with a stake. The stake is still there. I didn't take it out. See it? With rope. Yeah, it's absolutely jam-packed. So I might have to thin this out. The pomelo, the orange, the white sapote, and the jujube, 5-year-old jujube. The Chico variety of jujube. Yeah, it's pouring down today. From 9 o'clock this morning until 9 o'clock tonight. It's going to be raining. There's the Hass again. Beautiful tree. The Fuyu persimmon. The Wurtz avocado flowering. 2 of them side by side. 2 Wurtz. 1, 2. And there's the Fuyu again. Look at all the fruit. They're still pretty small. So a lot of them will drop off. Double grafted pear. Wurtz avocado. There's the Wurtz here. Everything's wet, dripping wet. And we're back to the beginning where we started. Okay, we're going to go quickly now out to the front and see what's happening out there. Before we go back to the front, just want to show you guys the latest banana racks that have opened up about a month ago, and the nice size racks. There's two of them, one behind the other. The other one's hiding behind that one. All right, let's go to the front. Okay, front yard, straight to the Glen mango. Look at that, beautiful. That's what we like. We like the mangoes to be happy, not sooking and crying with the winter cold. Look at that, beautiful. Huh? That's how we want it to look. Absolutely spectacular. Yeah, mango does grow in Melbourne. Sure does. But, and there's a huge but. The but is, it's not ideal. So you're pushing the boundary. Pushing the boundary of the winter cold. Remember guys, I'm always talking about in ground. I'm not talking about pots. Many of you grow mangoes in Melbourne in pots that you can move around. Okay, I can't move around this glen. It's stuck here. It's stuck. Can't move it. It's been there for 3 years now, coming up to 4 years. It's only ever given one fruit, and all the rest of the aborts. They just drop. I'm hoping to go for some growth rather than fruit, because it hasn't grown much at all in the 3 years. Looks exactly the same as it did 3 years ago. Hasn't even reached the top of the fence. So patience, a lot of patience. Here we go with a pineapple guava. Look at the difference. This pineapple guava here is 4 years old, right? Look at the size of it. It's over the fence, right? 4 years old, 4 years old. They're the same age. Look at the two trees. Same protection, up against the fence and brick wall. Actually, the mango is probably getting a little better warmth protection, or cold protection I should say, than the guava. Look at the difference in size. Now, if I was in Queensland or in Florida, that mango would be the same size as this guava, but it's not. See the difference in tree size? They're both flowering, and they could be both fruiting, but look at the tree size, the size. Okay, and it's not the soil, because I've given it the best soil conditions. Just slow, very slow. Compared to this guy, very fast, very healthy, fast, healthy, fruitful, abundant, happy. Wow, what a difference to the mango. Look at all these buds everywhere, all these flowers that are ready to open to give us guavas in May. These guys come in May, right at the end of autumn. And this is the Suriname cherry, which has never fruited. But boy, oh boy, it's so happy after this rain, it filled in. It was basically a skeleton only a week ago. And now, look at it. Bushy. Another sensitive to the cold tropical tree. And then we've got the lime tree from the West Indies, the West Indian lime, or as they call it in America, the key lime. The little baby limes that you put in your drinks. And another pineapple guava. Look at the size. Look at that. 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. Easy. Guava grows so easy here in Melbourne. No problems. No sooking, no crying, no cold damage. Just happy, happy, happy. So happy. Such a happy guava. So if you're here, guys, grow guava. And the mango has to go in the long-term patience category. Here's another pineapple guava. This is a different variety than the other ones. I've never had fruit from this one, but guess what? Looks like we're gonna get a lot of fruit this summer, or this autumn, finally. And this is a sunset peach, subtropical super dwarf peach, which I just brought here a couple of months ago at the end of winter. It's got a couple of peaches. And this is the lemon guava. Again, another guava. Doing really good. Really good. Okay, so that's the driveway. And now, let's see what else we got. I might get rid of this jacaranda, by the way, to make room for another tree. I've been debating it. This is valuable space here. Valuable space. All this here. Jacaranda is beautiful, but boy oh boy, I could have a huge fruit tree right here in the middle. It's currently getting new foliage for summer. New foliage. Very pretty tree, but it only fruits for 2 weeks a year, which is in December. So I wanted to report on these guys here, how well they're doing after all the changes I made for them back in late August. The two pomegranate trees. Wow, what a benefit. Giving them this extra sized tree ring and bags and bags of premium compost. They're taken off. I reported on this a few weeks ago, and this is an update on the pomegranates. So happy with this, so happy. I've had them for, well, this one here I've had for about 8 years. Hasn't done anything. 8 years, it only gave us one fruit. One friggin' fruit in 8 years. Not much of a pomegranate tree, but now it looks like it's going to give us a dozen or more. Well, hopefully. There you are, ready to flower. And the other one, the smaller one, the younger one, which is only 5 years old, has doubled in size in 2 months. I should have a before and after photo. You won't believe it. And this one's got even more of the flowers. And one's even open. There you go. Pomegranate. Look how many flowers there are. Very thrilled about the outcome of the two pomegranates. I also trimmed this hedge on Thursday when it was 33 Celsius. Man, my back was aching and still is aching. There you go, the cuttings still haven't fallen down. Major job, took me 3 hours. Oh, my neighbor is having a bit of fun with his hot rod. So, good job. Excellent job on the hedge. Okay. And of course, now we're here with these yummy, delicious mulberries, which I showed you a couple of days ago. Let's see if there's any ready. The birds get them first. If you don't put a net on these, see you later. See you later. Yep, they're only green. Nah, not even one. They ate them. On the ground, nope, all green. Yeah, I came out a bit late today. We had a late night last night, and There's one coming here, but still green. Oh, there's one there coming, but also mostly green. And then the Wampy. Check out how great the Wampy is doing. Wampy. Look at that. Yeah, this video is going to be extra long. This is for club members. I should have a section for the die-hard viewers who enjoy extra long videos. So there's the red Chatut mulberry. Very green. Look how healthy the leaves are. Very green. Very healthy. And the Wampy is slowly coming to that stage. Might give it some compost or liquid fertilizer. Still got some old yellow leaves from winter. So it needs a bit of a kick. And the black sapote, this guy here, which was in the ground all winter, was doing really good. Really good. But a few days ago it dropped half of its leaves. Half of its leaves came off. I don't know why. And now it's like bare, half bare. I hope it's not going to give me any problems. There's no signs yet of new leaves. There's no signs of any sickness. Maybe it just decided to drop its leaves in one hit. In one day it dropped like 200 leaves. We did have a heat wave though this week, as I said. And I don't see any new growth. So we'll see what happens with this guy. Gonna keep my eye on it for new growth. Black sapote. And here we have the black mulberry. Ooh, got a few mulberries on this one. Oh yeah. Yummy. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Yep. Everything's soaking wet. Looks like they got these too. They left me only a couple. Mostly red. This is a black mulberry. The red ones are really sour, bitter. That's it. All right. Off we go now to the white mulberry. There's the Indian white guava, bouncing back with new growth. Dropped also its leaves. Pretty quick turnaround. Very quick turnaround. Look at all these new green leaves on the Indian white guava. These are the old leaves. See that? These are the old leaves from last year. Goodbye. So there's the white sapote. We're going to do a special video on the white sapote soon, once their fruits are larger. Look at that. These ones come in late autumn, around April, May. And this is the custard apple, Paxton's prolific, still dropping its leaves. Early sign of new growth there. The, what do you call it, the Cherimoya has got a lot more new growth coming than this one. These are the ones I left on to see if they taste any different, if they're tree ripened. I left 4 of them on here just to see, to compare to the ones I picked a month ago. Yeah. All right. Now, let's see what white mulberries we have here. These ones here are the least affected by birds because they're white. Yep. Takes a really smart bird to see the difference between white and green. They all look the same. Whereas black and red, you can tell the difference. Looks like my wife was here. Wife, were you here? Were you here? Ah. There's one she didn't get. I think I'm taller than her, so bit of an advantage. Oh, there she is. Wave to the camera. Good. She's gone back inside, had her fill of mulberries. Nice fat ones. Sorry about that. They're hiding under the leaves. Under the leaves, guys. Okay. Well, there's too many to do it with one hand. I'm getting the camera wet and they're falling on the ground and blah blah blah. So if there's one mulberry that you're gonna have, it's the white one, this one here. It's the one that has the least problems with birds. And it's the most abundant. Thousands of them. Not hundreds, thousands. Okay guys, that's the update from the front and the back and everywhere. In the beginning of November. So happy that we're in top gear now. November is top gear. We're in high speed as far as the garden is concerned. This is the Grumichama. This will be full of fruit in a month. Lemon guava, which I showed you already. And beautiful callistemon. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. That flower was for 6 months of the year. This is a dwarf. The other one I showed you was a full-size callistemon. And these are the white sapotes. I can hear rain coming again. So that's the update. And of course the dwarf Cavendish bananas in pots. And red Dhaka. The red Dhaka bananas that are also dwarfs. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this update. The best time of the year at Fruitopia, November to March. Thanks for watching, and I'm getting wet again. See you from the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye bye.